Welcome back to a new episode of Everlasting Summer. This time we will attempt to get the bad ending for Lena. This time we'll help Alicia. Alicia! What are you doing? We should not help Alicia. Did we help Alicia or didn't help Alicia last time? Yeah, okay. What are you doing? This is it? Like... Oh, nothing changed. Will we get the good ending again? Yeah, we had sex. We had sex again. Oh, bad ending. It was close to 10 p.m. Well, it is probably time to get up. I give Lena a gentle nudge on the shoulder. She opened her eyes. What? Good morning. Well, evening in fact. Hi. She smiled tenderly. Time to get up, sleepyhead. Are you in a hurry? Well, no. But we completely alone together in the camp. I like it this way. So what? She took a good look at me. Well, nothing. When will our return? Is it that important to you? Well, yeah. She got a heavy look in her face. Well, without food, we are going to die here. I laughed. You are free to leave then. Oh shit, look at this face. She looked away toward the wall. But how can I leave? On the bus, of course. There are no buses here. Then why do you think there are bus stops for the bus route 410 there? Frankly, I don't know. I told Olga that I have some matter to arguably resolve here with you and we come later. What? I felt like I've been stuck by lighting. When she do the crazy face, she go totally crazy, huh? I didn't know what I should be more surprised about. The fact that there are buses passing here, or by the fact that the camp leader argued to leave two pioneers beyond the empty camp just like that. Yeah, all guys suck. What I said? You mean that we can leave? Go on, no one holding you. She said all that while sitting utterly still, in fact, so still that her word gave me grave cold chill. Okay, I'm sorry that I react that way. It's just everything that happened today has been a total surprise to me. You didn't look too surprised a few hours ago. Oh, well, I expect a good body of this. You have probably said something wrong, completely wrong. Well, don't get offended. We won't be staying here till the end of time, right? If there's a way to leave, Lena didn't say anything. I looked at her back and tried to understand what she thinking. Fine. She just overreacted to everything. She exclaimed cheerfully after pass, then jumped off the bed and started to dress quickly. Come on, pack your stuff. Meet me at the square 10 minutes. Lena leaned over and gave me a passionate kiss. Alright. I stepped out of her cabin and ran to the camp leader cabin. Frankly speaking, I had almost nothing to pick. I tossed my winter clothes into a bag, shoved my phone into my bucket, and head to the square. 15 minutes have passed already, but Lena still wasn't here. I justified it with the fact that she has a lot of stuff to pack, and accordingly, she needs much more time to get ready. However, she didn't come even in half an hour and starts to suspect something. My legs ushered me her cabin before I realized it. Did she kill herself? I flooded the door and opened it so Lena lay on the bed. Did she kill herself? Everything around her was soaked with the blood. Ah, the bed sheet, the blanket, the floor was wet with blood, and I can see a huge slit on Lena's arm. I ran to her and started shaking her by her shoulder. Lena, Lena, why? She was still conscious. Hi, Simon. A weak smile froze on her lips. Hang on, hi. Don't you pass out. I'll think of something. Right now, listen. Everything going to be fine. You're not going to die. Of course, I didn't believe it myself. Lena had slit her vein from her elbow all the way down to her waist. It was a deep cut, and given all the time I have spent waiting for her to square, she bled a lot. Probably even an ambulance wouldn't do anything by now. And here in the empty camp, away from the war, Lena had zero chance of survival. How stupid can you be? I embarrassed and held her tightly. Tears were running down my cheek, disappearing in her hair. I have never cried so hard in my entire life. Fool, why did you have to cut down the road? Everyone else does it across the street, and you cut down the road? Sorry, it happened as it did. She muted faintly. But why? Why? I'm tired. So tired. Lena went silent. I looked straight into her eyes. She was still conscious, but the last flock of life was quickly dying in her. I am so tired of it all. Wearing a mask, suffering. Just wanted to be with you. You can be with me, but you have left me too. I didn't left you. I never went anywhere. Here I am. Why? Why have you done? I'm sorry. I was choked with tears, unable to say anything. I'm sorry. I'll be seeing you later in heaven. I pressed her even tightly. Lena's breath was getting weaker, and soon enough it stopped forever. Horror struck. I jumped away from the bed. My eyes went dark. My heart was beating wildly, and spotted the blood-stained knife lying on the floor. A moment later, I was holding it in my hand. The blade held her beneath a wave of my wrist. But why? How could that happen? I sat there completely freaking out and just stared at Lena. No, you aren't dead. I swore the hearty laughter. Come on, sleephead. It's time to wake up. I said softly and shook her by the shoulder. But Lena didn't wake up. What have I done? I jumped off the cabin in horror and ran like a mad. I don't know how much time passed out. Finally, I wore myself out of the collapse on the ground. Asta silently was all around me, and only the stars looked down on me quietly repok. There were some stars that Lena admired yesterday. Yet another cry spell tore me apart. Why? Why did she do it? Because I left her? Where had I gone? Never left her and wasn't going to. Only at this moment did I realize that she was truly important to me. I realized that despite all her quirks, everything that happened today, everything that happened during the short period of our acquaintance, she suddenly became the most precious thing in my life. And I instantly forgotten about her feeling as soon as I had about that damn boss. Indeed, it can't justify her act, but how could I have stopped thinking of her at all? I lay there for a long time watching the stars. The trees was peacefully swaying in the gentle night breezing above my head. The trees didn't give a damn about what was happening to me. The landscape seemed familiar. Suppressing my tears, I headed back toward the camp. Everything here seemed to be the same as yesterday, as a few days ago. The square, the Genda Memorial, the cabin of pioneers, Lena cabin. I was all torn up inside. It felt like the pain would tear my body into millions of little pieces any moment now. I fell to my knees and began punching the ground until my fists were completely stained with blood. If only I'd realized just a bit earlier, just a moment earlier, I'm not asking for more. She was so even the slight of hint was enough for her. Only at the moment did I realize that Lena had died, and a part of me had died with her. Probably the part of me that I would call the best. I came to my sense after a while, standing in her cabin. The blood had dried up already, the moonlight was no longer reflected in it. I went to her bed and sat down next to Lena's body. I was terribly afraid to be here, but I felt that I had to tell her something. I'm sorry. It's far too late, of course, but if you can hear me out there somewhere, just remember, please, I will love you forever. Don't let you idiot for the rest of my life. And that was the plain truth. I'm sorry that I ignore your feeling. I'm sorry that I always thought only about myself. I'm sorry for everything. It was me who should have died, not you. I covered her body with a blanket and slowly left the cabin. Wow, this is so heavy. I was expecting bad ending. Do you remember when I was thinking the good ending is the bad ending? Oh yeah. Wow. After Sylvia bad ending, I didn't expect to be this bad. Wow. I regained conscious at the bus stop. So, running away, scumbag. I muted directly at myself. Couldn't stand to stay a single minute longer in this camp. Lena will never come back. I can't justify what I have done. I'll just wait for the bus that will take me away from him. I didn't give the slight damn about what's going to happen to me tomorrow or an hour. I don't care about answers. I don't care about how I get here. Soon enough, I saw a glimmer of a dim light in the distance. Somehow, I wasn't surprised at all. In a minute, I was sitting in the empty number 410 bus and was looking into the dark of the night through the weather-beaten window. My mind was blank. Everything that makes us human, feeling, emotion, aspire, suffering, I left it all back there in the pioneer camp. Now all I have is this night and the empty bus. There is no more future, no more present. If I died tomorrow, that will only mean that yet another human body has case to existence. The real me died there a few hours ago. Wow. I don't know how much time passed, but the fatigue overtook me. I wasn't going to fight. It as if made absolutely no difference whether I am sleeping or awake. I could barely hold my eyes open, and soon enough I passed out. That was very depressing day. Wow. Very depressing. There are a moment when reality becomes an intention. There are moments when your spiritual environment overshadow everything else, and even if the world ended, you would not notice. If a knife were to price you, you would not notice. Even boil for eternity in the corridor of hell will seem like just a minor inconvenience. After all, there are problems more important than that. When I opened my eye, I realized that something is wrong. It took a while to shut it through the return. But here, we back to home, to our really pathetic life. Finally, I realized that I'm not in the bus, but in my old apartment. Well, that was to be expected, as if I'd spent a whole week preparing for an exam and the last minute had spectacular failure. And the result of this failure was my return to the real world. However, now I didn't seem any more real to me than the Sovonok pioneer can. No wonder. Reality is what you can hear, feel, touch, and taste. And all that was really there. That world was real to the smallest detail. Sometimes it seemed more like it was my best life that I was a fiction. And now I have to remember how to exist here. Thought why? I felt like a man who be thrown out of the car at full speed without even noticing it, and was left lying on the roadside with broken arms and legs while the car disappeared into the night, taking with it the last trace of hope. Lena. Her image surfaced in my fever brain so closely that I went to cry unbearable. No? I want to shout, tearing out a clumsy of hair, smashing my fist on the wall while making inhuman screams. However, my soul were empty. I tried in vain to find at last the echo of pain, guilt, or pity for her, but nothing came. I was just lying here and staring at ceiling. I was not at all interested in how and why I came back. After all, who care about the process of selling your soul to the devil, all the legal formalities of the contract, signature, stamp, and seal? What is more important is the result, and that is the result I got. No, it's not that I was sent back to reality. If I had gotten to the determination of the boss, it would hardly have changed anything for me. In that case, the result is what happened to Lena, and the reason is my actions. He was absolutely sure about that. After all, she could not just do that for no reason. No, Lena is not that like that. So, it's all my fault. It is hard to live knowing that you were the reason for someone else's death. And all that because I returned to the game and didn't pick some strawberry with her. That's all what I did to change the result of good ending to bad ending. Oh, for one picnic. As if I personally held the knife calmly and carefully slit open her wrist and watched her die. And then just ran away. Of course, I couldn't do anything in that situation, but I still felt that I'd behaved like a coward. No, even worse. Although, does it really matter what the best definition of my action is? I curse myself for remaining so calm while thinking about this situation. After all, I should be mourning Lena and blaming myself. But that was a dream. But now nothing is up to me. If I was not able to back then, I started shivering, my body was trembling and it was getting hard to breathe. Self-revision and skin overtook guilt for a while, and struggled the night kitchen to drive sedative. They can always be found in the cupboard of every antisocial person like me. Once I take half of the tablets that were in the bucket, I return to the room and turn on the computer. Remaining in silence was unbearable. I played the first random song and soon realized that it was probably the most depressing piece of music I had on my hard drive. Subconsciously picked the worst song ever, huh? However, I didn't want to turn it off. The background noise helped damn my thought. I had to decide what to do with my life next. I was sure about one thing. Everything that happened in the camp, my appearance in it, my unexpected return, I didn't care about any of it. And not just that, I didn't care about the context or the reasoning for this event either. The only thing that mattered was Lena. Lena! I horribly stumbled over the word was. Indeed, she gone. Of course, it's possible that it was just a dream and she never existed in the first place, but then again, or our real world could just be someone raving delusion as well. Why not? If people suffer from losing their loved one here, why should I think Lena's death there is just a result of my sick imagination? I saw it all with my own eye. I felt the shock, fear, and fright. Damn it. For me, it's not that it was reality, it still is reality and is and will be. And I am sure I am not daydreaming. Though it will be better if I damn that. The dreadful howl of a guitar's boom from speaker. It sounds like a requiem for me. And now I have to live with that sense of guilt. No, I won't take it. My mind wasn't exactly a paragon of stability, but not even man with a stable mind could withstand shock like that. And I already feel that I'm going mad. I try to suppress all these thoughts. No, not to forget, just to give myself some rest. Just for a moment. But it didn't work. Pain worked my body again and again. I was already starting to feel it physical. However, physical pain is always weaker than mental. I fell to the floor, clasped my knee, and began rocking back and forth in fetal position. Blood pounded in my head so heavily that it felt like my skull could shatter any moment now. I hit a table leg and little candle rolled out from under bell paper. It's little 20 centimeter long. It was bent in almost 90-degree angle, but still retained its shape. The whack brought it from one end. I searched for a lighter and lit up the candle. Let it be in the memory of Lena. Maybe in another word, she is feeling better then. Maybe she married to you, have 2 children, and you become a great writer. I sat on the floor and watched as the wax slowly dripped into my fingers. I felt no pain at all. Probably my nervous system was so exhausted that it was unable to transmit the pain impulse to my brain. The fire calmed my little and watched the flame and did not think about anything. Finally, at last, some peace of mind. The candle was halfway done. Suddenly, I imagined that my life is this very candle. Not just mine, any person's life. All that was have been given from above is it falling. But anything can happen. The wind may blow, the holding hand may tremble, or wick may burn out. And a life will end before it should have. But after all, each candle can be different. Such as this one, 9 centimeter, one twice as thick, 20, and huge one, as thick as the handle of shovel, 1.85. I wonder, did Lena candle burn out ahead of its time, or was it just smaller than the one? So I doubt there can be one smaller than mine. I rotated the candle in my hands. How interesting is that I can blow out this flame any moment, and that's it. But in that meantime, life is not wax. You can't combine two small candles and make one medium size. I would love to give the remaining of mine to Lena. To anyone who need it more than I do. Why would I need it? I do not feel pain from the hated wax. Its flame does not give me any warmth. It hardly illuminates the room. To put it bluntly, a waste of rope, wax, and oxygen. I blow out the candle. This action evoked absolutely no emotion in me. I slowly stood up and headed to the bathroom. Very depressing. Did he kill himself? Oh my god! Cut down the road, not across the street? Everyone else cut across, but you going right down. The image of Lena appeared before my eyes. She was smiling. We'll definitely meet again. I'm so sorry. Warm water, shadow, and dying dream have finally brought me some peace. It really might be that I never actually went to that camp, or that I never actually came back. But does it really matter now? I almost physically felt Lena's embrace. Everything will be alright. We'll catch the bus together and ride it to the place where nobody will find us. Whatever, we'll be happy together. My strength left me and I started to sink into the water that was already spilled over with edge of tan. We will surely meet. Forgive me. Wow! Whew. Every story has its beginning and its end. Every story has its own outline, synopsis, content, key point, a prologue, and an epilogue. And there is no book which, if you read it again, will not reveal a new detail you didn't notice before. Every story has its beginning and its end. Almost every. So this is the end. Well, yeah, so this is the end of Lena wrote. This is the bad ending. It was very bad ending. This is why I want to do the bad ending before the good ending, and I screw up with Lena, but because the golden thread for the what's called the Strawberry Island was 2 points, not 1 point. So I mess up with 1 point, and in the end it was okay, all fine. Not fine, but yeah, we get the bad ending now. I want the bad ending before because the good ending will feel much better after bad ending. But yeah, now you see how feel like nightmare, more like it. Whew. So next time will be Alicia. And after Alicia, Juliana. About Juliana, I want to talk about Juliana route from now. Now before we start Alicia. I will play Juliana, I will record it, I will do everything. And if in any moment they like have sex, I will ignore Juliana route. Because that will be stupid, okay? A small tickling here and there, okay, maybe, but sex, I will not do Juliana. I will just play Juliana and see for myself. Then I will think about publishing it or not publishing it. But since I record a lot before I edit and publish, so yeah, I will do it all and maybe I will throw it later. Who knows what will happen? But for now, goodbye and see you next time with Alicia. Goodbye.